Most weight loss advice is missing something important. And after 40, us women of a certain age, it matters more. What if the problem isn't calories? What if it's stress? If your body feels stress, it holds on to things that we don't want. And stress does a lot of things. It raises cortisol, and cortisol increases the cravings that you're having. And then poor sleep, because of the stress, increases those hunger signals, because when you're tired, your body thinks, oh, I need more energy. So it wants to be fed. And aggressive dieting, restricting yourself, putting all kinds of unattainable goals on yourself or rules that stress you out, it increases the stress even more. So it's an endless cycle and spiral. So your body isn't being stubborn, it's being protective. So what we have to find is a place where it doesn't feel like that, where it doesn't feel stressful. So a few things that I found that help. One thing is when you break your fast, and mine, I usually do it around closer to lunchtime. The very first thing of the day is for me to drink 2 giant glasses of warm lemon water. It's good for you, and you wake up dehydrated anyway. So filling yourself up with something important like water, well, it's important. So then the very first thing that I do to break the fast is I have a protein and a healthy fat. And I have found, you'll have to find your own tricks, but I have found that eggs and avocado are the 2 things that are great. My body likes them. And you need to learn how to pay attention to what your body likes too. So I'll tell you it's a recipe. It's kind of a mess. It's kind of a riff off of huevos rancheros. And I'm probably saying it wrong. I am not a Spanish speaker. So what I did is I put a couple of eggs in my frying pan with a little bit of butter and avocado oil. I mashed the avocado and I put it on top of the egg, and a slice of habanero cheese, and then a couple of tablespoons of salsa. And then I just close the lid and let them cook. And that's what I eat. Might add a little seasoning, but healthy fats and proteins satisfies you so that the cravings don't happen later on. It regulates your body to start off the day. What a great way to start off the day. So find what works for you. Consistent meal timing is helpful. I consistently eat before noon. Sometimes it's 1 o'clock, but don't tell. And then I have my supper with my husband. And I try to make it healthy for both of us that he likes. And that's always a challenge because we like different things, but that's okay. We always make it work out. So consistent meal timing. Walking is not a punishment. Running even isn't a punishment. Oh, can you imagine that? Some of my friends say, no, I'm not running unless something's chasing me. But if you do end up liking running, you'll like the feeling. It's just this regular rhythm. And I get a lot of great ideas when I walk or when I run or hike. So walking is not a punishment. Enjoy it. Go somewhere that you love. I love going through our trails back here where we have wildflowers and that growing in the summer. In the winter, I love taking my snowshoe out to the creek over there and see if it's frozen over or what birds I get to see, what critters are running around in the snow. You see their tracks, stuff like that. So just find what you like. Maybe there's a park nearby that you just love. Maybe some ladies love to do their mall walking. Maybe it would be fun just to get together with them and do some walking. So make it fun. The movement doesn't have to be punishment. And then the next rule that I do have is the kitchen is closed after a certain time. I close it at 6 o'clock just because that's what works for me, because then my fast window is from 6 p.m. until whatever time I eat the next day. But closing the kitchen, just close it, and getting good, consistent sleep. I know sometimes that's a challenge, especially if you have kids around or a husband that likes to stay up. So getting consistent sleep is super important. And if sometimes I'll just take a little aid or a little supplement to help me sleep if I'm having trouble sleeping because of the hormone shifts. That does happen. And lowering decision fatigue. So that's just being a little bit prepared, right? If you have stuff on hand and you have your meals planned a little bit ahead of time and your snacks, you know what you like and you know what your body likes, and you keep those on hand so you don't have to decide, right? I get a little hungry in the afternoon before we eat supper, so I grab a handful of raw almonds or raw walnuts because those are great for you. And my body likes them. Some people can't eat nuts. That's okay. Find what works for you. So what you're doing here is you're teaching your body that it's safe and it doesn't have to stress out. It doesn't have to comfort itself. The less stress you have in your life, well, your whole life in general is better, right? Your body changes when it trusts you. That's the bottom line.